Two former police officers in East Cleveland, Ohio, were sentenced to prison this week for stealing thousands of dollars from unsuspecting motorists during traffic stops, writing at least one a ticket in the process and robbing one man twice. Willie Sims, age 32, and Alfonso Cole, age 35, stole a collective $14,781,000, two firearms, and marijuana edibles from six victims between July of 2020 and July of 2021. Both pled guilty to 4 counts of felony robbery and 1 count of felony theft in office. Cole was convicted on additional charges of having weapons under disability and carrying a concealed weapon for stealing guns from two separate drivers in June and July of 2021. On Monday, Cole was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. He received a 2-year prison sentence on Thursday. The two were finally apprehended after they robbed a 21-year-old motorist of $4,000 on his way to pay for his mother's funeral service on July 9th of 2021. The victim drove straight to the police station where he worked and filed a complaint. Later that day, department supervisors pulled Cole over and recovered 1,200 and weed edibles. Another victim, Jonathan Whitlow, doubted that the officers ever would have been investigated were it not for the victim's response. Quote, this has been ongoing on the East Cleveland for about 20 years, and nobody has been doing anything about it. Whitlow was robbed by Sims on November 8th of 2020, then again in July 2021, swiping a collective $2,081. The first time Sims pulled him over, allegedly giving conflicting reasons for the stop before settling on the window tint violation. Whitlow stated that he didn't report the theft because he had marijuana in the vehicle that the officer didn't find. The second time, he testified in court. The officer stole 4 marijuana gummies, and Whitlow stated that he caught the interaction on video. Whitlow told the judge last week that he didn't want Sims to go to prison. Quote, how is he going to pay back making 3 cents an hour? He didn't kill nobody. He didn't beat nobody up. He's a thief. Whitlow also continued stating that him going to jail ain't going to do nothing for me. Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge Timothy McGinty acknowledged Whitlow's wishes to be repaid and remarked that his pessimism was well placed, and also stated that both officers were fined $40,000 in order to repay $5,000 to one of their victims. Cole was ordered to pay 3 victims he robbed on his own $4,580, while Sims must repay $6,931 to his victims. It is unclear whether this amount includes the fine for the traffic ticket Cole issued to the victim from whom he stole the $850 and approximately $400 worth of marijuana back in September of 2021. Judge McGinty noted that Whitlow, who had several prior convictions, respected the officer's authority during the particularly expensive traffic stop. Quote, and it was the police officer who was robbing him, the judge noted, also stating that it's turning it all around. Sims apologized to his friends and family in court, but not to his victims. Quote, I'm looking forward to moving on with my life. Allegedly, McGinty stated that he told the court's probation department that he held no remorse for his actions because he was pocketing drug dealers' money, claiming that he learned the practice from older officers on the force. Sims allegedly told his first victim, a worker for a beverage distribution company, that, quote, he must have dropped the $3,850 he collected from clients on his route. The county prosecutor, May Grace Tomiko, stated in court on Thursday that Sims allegedly let himself into the worker's car when he spotted a weapon on the seat, then pocketed the money inside. In May of last year, Sims was pulled over by police in nearby Willoughby and was cited for improperly handling a weapon in his car. Earlier this year, he pled guilty to another 5th-degree felony for the incident. Tomiko noted that, like Whitlow, Sims was pulled over for a tinted window violation. And the judge later remarked, quote, "There's some irony in there. Sims and Cole arrests are among many amid a wider investigation into department corruption." So, like I told you guys before, this is what the cops, this is what they do. This is what scumbags look like. They are the law and the order, the judge, jury, and the executioner. So they feel that because they are the law and above the law and make the law, that they can freely act as criminals while legally wearing the attire of cops, while also absorbing taxpayer money, while on the taxpayer dime, had to repeat that again, while also quote unquote working for the city, while also in a taxpayers paid vehicle, right? Due to the fact that they are city workers. And they decide that they have the authority to rob any and everybody. Now, again, this is not me trying to stick up for quote unquote, as they stated, drug dealers, but you don't have the right to sit up there and literally steal money from people. That's not money that came directly from you. You weren't out here on these streets, doing whatnot or whatever, right? You have no authority to decide that, oh, I see like $3,000 there. Let me sit up there and snatch it up. Y'all make buku bucks. Y'all sitting up here saving up money. Y'all got pensions, all this other type of stuff, and you want to roll up and stop somebody, all just so you and your partner, the scumbags that you are, want to sit up here and steal. And then you got the gall to be in court, and you want to sit up here and apologize to your friends and family, but not to the victims. Scumbag material right there. And then you also got the nerve. You want to sit up there and try to throw everybody else under the bus. You're like, well, I learned it from the force. This is what we do out here. Wow. You couldn't even just go down by yourself. You had to throw everybody else that had nothing to do with the situation directly under the bus. Scumbag material. Like, yo, this would be the type of dude to get in trouble and then snitch on his partners that didn't sit up there and get caught. It was like, well, I am a part of a gang. Let me throw out these signs real quick so you know we're located and where we live. Like that, this is crazy. This is 1,000% crazy. Like I said, these are the cops out here. But you got people that decide to take these positions because originally they were the type that got bullied or different things like that happened to them in their lives where they couldn't just specifically, defend themselves. So now they want to be the ones that's automatically on the offense. They want to be the ones of authority. And now people have to respect them because they're wearing a certain type of outfit or a suit and all this other. That's all it is. They're not doing it because they actually wanted to be cops, because they actually wanted to help people. They did it so that they can legally rob people while wearing a badge, while wearing a uniform. This is what they do. And I keep telling people, you got to hold these dudes accountable for the things that they do. The moment of time that you don't, it's chaos. This is why you got that thin blue wall, remember? Where the cops will make sure to protect themselves and their own, no matter the type of wrongdoing that they do, no matter the type of lives that they inevitably end up affecting and taking. Like that one cop that sat up there and was speeding at 70 plus miles per hour, and he took the life of a young Indian woman who went to school who was about to graduate in December with a master's degree so that she could sit up there and send money back home and help out her mother and her sister. Now that dream is gone. Why? Because a cop decided that he had the authority to do what it is that he wanted to do.
I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either. I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead. Yeah, just write a check. Just, yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Accountability does not exist unless the people enact the accountability. You can't expect any of the police chiefs, the upper brass, whatever you want to sit up there and call it. You can't expect any type of reform, any type of training. You can't expect any of these unions to actually investigate their own and actually put their feet to the fire, because they're not. They're not going to do anything. They're going to give people nice words, but not perform any type of actions. So it's just empty words at the end of the day. And it's just a loss of life. It's just somebody else that's not here. It's just continuous people getting robbed and innocently getting charged and thrown in jail, thrown in prison, getting abused due to the fact of the judge, jury, and the executioner. Again, You heard one of the cops. He said that I apologize to my friends and my family, and I'm happy to continue on with the rest of my life. This is a brand new start for me. And that's from the mouth of a criminal.